Ooh, this so spicy. Oh, oh, I'm always doing that, bro. As soon as it's time for update, all your apps start working.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup today where the focus will be on the passing game. The Niners are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Eagles, who will need to solve that secondary. And with that, we're off to Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, as that's where we'll find our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we've got a good NFC matchup lined up here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers.
Hello, mama, would you like to be my sunshine? Anytime up with your Columbine. I'm somebody calling from the country. Can't stand that song. I don't know what I'm saying.
Let's go! Blue 90! First down. Here's Cousins.
Oh, look at that.
His first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And here's the headshots for the offense, and Carlos Hyde, a talented back,
has taken over as the lead runner. A terrific talent. Can batter you inside, but has more speed than what you expect to take it the distance.
A second down throw for Cousins.
Oh,
he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Benny Logan has the body of a defensive end, but the skill set of a defensive tackle. It's very difficult for offensive guards to block.
Boys come talking about that.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On third down, Cousins. The open man is Smith. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down.
You know, how many times have you run it, man?
Some quarterbacks have with
That
certain
was my fault. I
receivers.
should have spoke to my
I
game.
think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44.
You gotta work hard, so. $35 for a player that you take. Oh, I can stand the song.
Set. Blue 90. Watching that Barney.
They'll throw again.
Set.
Cousins. Complete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. 30
And Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on third.
Thinking pass all the way.
And that's incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Todd and Boyd and Bird. Rookie tandem. Aguilar ain't got nothing.
In motion right is Aguilar. Aguilar in motion left.
Okay.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be first down Eagles.
You just run. You got your new left guard over there. Let's see what you can do there. Got your new left guard over there.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Zach Ertz, the man in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun.
There we go, Sam, man. There we go, Sam, man.
Get this up to about the 40. They get 9.
Get you some yardage, baby.
Makeable 3rd and 2.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Got it bounce. What? Ooh. Ooh.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to gain from it.
Oh,
and he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
A first down throw for Cousins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Put them under some stress here for a
and
second.
the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Here we go now.
Now a second down throw for Cousins.
Bro.
Eagle pressure.
Feels for the shit in my mind. Brandon, I'll get you the sec, brother. Don't worry about it. Dollar signs. I'ma taste straight up. Ba 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 da. Ba da 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 da. Do yourself a favor. Oh man, I got a 74 and you 89. My God, I'm gonna put you. Oh, you're 66 over there, though, huh? Get Kroger up here. Give my man some upgrade points stuff so he can be better. There we go. So, get up, move, depends on Gucci shoes.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a team that's been great at defending the pass. The Niners are top 10 at defending the pass. And they'll be going up against the Eagles, who will need to solve that secondary. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from the heart of Silicon Valley, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down following the run.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
2nd down, Cousins.
Oh, good shit, man.
Intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Shit, rush. Oh, don't do me like that. Oh, ooh. That's right. Oh, let's start this one, man.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
And they're on it here. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
That's gonna be his.
The defense won that play so fast that I
anytime
think
I
if the
get
running back even had time to
into
notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. And now a low liner, I think he mishit it. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And now the 49er offense ready to go. And getting back out onto the field.
No, check. Patriot. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Oh, way to get in the hole, baby.
Immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And here's a look at the starting offense.
Read him. We'll bring pressures.
Let's go.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down.
I'm going to hit his voice out there, right? So.
And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
Malcolm Jenkins entered the NFL as a cornerback and has transitioned to safety, but still retains his good coverage skills.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Let's go.
On third down, Cousins. He sets to fire
Pick.
deep.
Oh,
He couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. See if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. For the 49ers, their starters defensively, and I got to look at DeForest Buckner.
Love him. Tall, angular. What you worry about with guys like that is can they bend and play with leverage? And DeForest Buckner absolutely can. Did everything that was asked of him at Oregon. He's going to have a big-time career with the 49ers.
Here we go.
Halfback sent in motion. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he comes back with one complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. They'll give it to him. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
That was a terrific job by the defense, stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Call it a 3-yard gain. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Get this one up to about the 39 here. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker.
Oh my
God. Linebacker make the stop. Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding third and
Salsa, my
short,
nigga, on the
guarding the
line,
first down
okay?
sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little rest.
It's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Cousins now on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Cousins. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Throwing, Cousins. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there. And it'll be first down 49ers.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. First down. Here's Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Flushed out right. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what did you...
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Aaron Burbridge, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Oh, cold-blooded.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. A beautiful fake. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So second and medium, second and 5 now. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. They come out here in the eye. They'll go with a keeper. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Now the former Oregon man, this is Kenyon Barner. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Come on, let's go!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Surveying the field. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Let's go!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go!
And the slot man goes in motion left. The slot man in motion right. And they'll go on the ground. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
Come on, let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
All right, here we go.
Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Give him 30 yards there.
Yeah, everybody.
Methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
What's that?
His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. A second down throw for Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever.
Right, here we go.
And I think that they saw that. That's why they're able to get to him on it.
Now Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding time. That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the D looking like they may blitz. In motion right is Aguilar. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he's brought down after a good gain. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. He'll look to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route. They'll
come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
One thing I know from experience.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Another pistol look here.
Here we go.
And he motions the wide receiver. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that...
Hello, I'm loving it. I liked your video and subscribe to you. I also do cool videos. Can you subscribe to me too?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the side.
And he fumbled it. It's
let's go.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle. Second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. 2nd down here.
Take 4. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
And he finds McDonald. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground. 37.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Cousins on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
They come out here in the eye. Cousins now from the 50. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I don't know about you, partner, but on second and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
A first down throw for Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Back now here in Santa Clara. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Cousins on the keeper. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Shift together here from the D-line. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. On 3rd down, Cousins. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete. This is Lewis. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They come out here in the eye. Going to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find his man on the outside. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. To throw is and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Rashad Perriman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Second down following the run. And they'll run it here. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll drop the throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. And on the ground they go with the running back. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And the wideout in motion. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. So this game will come down to the right leg of Caleb Sturgis. The clock showing just one tick. This for the win. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
For a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. It's an 8th loss of the year, and that one cements the fact that they're not going to reach their goal of finishing over 500.
And that's too bad, because they really pressed for it. You know, they gave it a heck of a run. But now they've got to find out who's going to play hard down the stretch and still try and win ball games.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Santa Clara.
roller coaster ride is that of the Philadelphia Eagles, which it took them over time to deliver. So all I'm saying to you is this.
What are you saying? I'm trying to figure it out.
You are in a position right now where you have a right to stick out your chest and brag and feel like the Cowboys are going to do something. What I am saying to you is that the jury is still out. Be careful, because this team, when somebody forces them to throw the football and forces their defense to be on the field more, then we will find out what the Cowboys are made of.
Okay, couple quick points. Number one, strength of schedule. The victory isn't only over the Philadelphia Eagles; it's over the Green Bay Packers.
I mentioned all of that. I mentioned all of it.
So I appreciate the soliloquy you just gave, but their strength of schedule matches up with anybody in the NFL.
No.
They have beaten quality opponents at this point.
Excuse me. I'm not talking about quality opponents in terms of what the teams were projected to be. I'm talking about the eye test, because you have two eyes. You
had a typical NFL schedule.
And you know what these teams have looked like this year. You know that.
Your time of possession argument, going into the season, that was the theory. We will make up for a weak defense by having a strong running game. But simply, that's not the way it's played out. The Dallas Cowboys lost the time of possession battle to the Green Bay Packers,
right,
and held Aaron Rodgers to, 16 points, beat them 30-16.
But I'm also,
the point I'm making to you is this: the Dallas Cowboys defense is not simply some weak defense that's getting by being off the field. It's exceeding expectations on the field. Why? Because of guys like Terrell McClain and Tyrone Crawford, and yes, Morris Claiborne, who's now injured, all being much better than we thought they were going to be going into the season.
Wait a minute, I want to get back to the Eagles for a second. Hold on.
Against who?
The bad man, Aaron Rodgers.
One game, that's all you got?
I want to get back to the Eagles here. The outcome of that game sure is persuading a lot of folks that the Cowboys are something that they may not be. You know, if the Eagles win that game, and look, the Cowboys
every week they're 6-1, and every week you got another.
The Cowboys.
You had excuses when they were losing.
Hold on.
Why can't we have excuses when they were winning?
One, I wasn't here.
Hold on.
When they were losing.
Oh, excuse me. The Cowboys handled you then like I handle you now.
I'm still waiting.
The Cowboys took advantage of what the Eagles gave them, but the Eagles gave it to them. The Eagles receivers couldn't hold on to the ball. The corner even dropped what would have been, which would have the interception would have salted the game away. The head coach with terrible play calling down the stretch, but not only that, clock management, and then not even forcing a punt. They gave you that game. In fact, if anything, if a Martian came down from outer space and had to decide who was the better team that day, they'd said the Eagles are better than the Cowboys. I mean, the fact that the Cowboys are second on this list and the Eagles are 10 is baffling to me.
If a Martian came down from outer space, you'd wonder why every Monday and through Wednesday, apparently, Max Kellerman follows a Cowboys victory with ifs, ands, and buts. You've explained away every victory. Mind you, it's 6 of them at this point.
The Giants.
6 of them. The most in the NFC. You've explained every one of them by a missed pass, a dropped interception. You have them, Max, a hair's breadth from being 1-6. And they're 6-1.
Yes, but they should have lost the game to the Eagles.
At some point, I don't have to argue. I just have to do this, Max.
Are you suggesting...
I have to write 6-1 and hold it up against your argument.
By the way, keep doing it now, because they're a hot team right now. We'll see by the end of the year. Are you suggesting that because they're the Dallas Cowboys, I always see the glass as half full? My hatred of the Cowboys and their fans is such that I will not give them credit, because if that's what you're suggesting, you happen to be right about it.
Thank you.
Okay. But that's besides the point in the case of the Eagles game.
I'm going to take that one and win this one now. Your final point, they're going to have to throw at some point. Guess what's going to solve that problem? 2 words. Tony Romo. He will come back before this season is over.
You're not still on this.
You're right.
After the Eagles
let me say
and
this.
the Packers?
Smart fans are here, Molly, and I'm a smart fan to be here for you.
Let me say this. First of all, when you make an argument, have the decency and professional courtesy to represent the argument that is being made. When we are talking about the Dallas Cowboys, I am the one that was on the record saying I think they're going to win the NFC East. I am the one that has set up there and said their running game will be elite. I am the one that set up there and said I am just waiting for the accident waiting to happen, because sometimes it has nothing to do with the football decisions. It has everything to do with the dysfunctional nature of this franchise. And it is my wish that the biggest hype can be associated with them, and right at that moment they plunge, they plummet to make people like you miserable. That is what I have consistently. Hold on. That is the argument that I make consistently. And so the Dallas Cowboys being at 6-1 with Jerry Jones willing to mess this up by inserting Tony Romo, listening to the Will Canes of the world, would be the most idiotic move he could possibly make. and it's right, and I hope he does it. I hope you're right, and I hope he does it, because you will blow it. Mark my words. That's all I say. Nobody's arguing with the 6-and run. That's nice to see you. Since it's rare they win.
Anybody watching these games knows that Dak is playing well for a rookie, but as Eric Davis, a great NFL analyst, has said, he's leaving stuff on the field. And when they have to throw the ball, as you said, they have to some point, Tony Romo will be the guy that does it.
Okay.
Tony Romo will be that starting quarterback.
In fact, Dak Prescott is third in the NFL in expected points added. Third in the NFL. He's playing at an extremely high level. And his dead clock twice a day thing certainly applies to you and Cowboys fans.
No question.
Cowboys fans will just defend them no matter what. And every once in a while, they'll have a good year.
You do it every week.
Right. See?
This is one of the few times where my fandom and correctness coincide into a wonderful highway of righteousness.
Yes. Circle the one. I see the one. That has a
It's been fun,
6 and G.
like always.
Giants.
Thank you so much.
Just something
Coming up
else, man.
next, though,
Typical Dallas Cowboy
the
fan.
fun continues.
Unbelievable.
Greg Jennings has a lot to say to Max and Stephen A. about his feelings towards Aaron Rodgers.
Let him come.
Much more.
Let him come.
There he is. You know
Let's get it, Greg.
He's
Oh,
ready.
boy, now this
That's
one.
next.
Yeah.
He's a Super Bowl champ, too.
What do you got to say about that, Coach?
I've traveled all over the world. All that I've seen and learned on climate change has absolutely terrified me. We are the last best.
You want to be very mindful of what you've got going, which right now we've got a lot of chemistry going, and that has got to be really recognized if you're making a decision. I don't want to speculate on what we're going to do when the time comes. I do think that unquestionably Tony's going to be ready to go at some point near the end of the year, and we'll be able to evaluate things at that time. He's a veteran. He wants his team to have all the success it possibly can have. Dak feels the same way.
You know that voice. Jerry Jones saying the team is unsure who will start at quarterback when Tony Romo is fully healthy. He is unsure. Max, I want to start with you here because I can't deal with him yet. What's your reaction?
Well, to paraphrase Jay-Z, your boy Max predicted this exactly. I told you weeks ago that if Dak, in the unlikely event that Dak Prescott was, let's say, 6-1, you know, that's after the bye, that means he would have beaten Green Bay at Green Bay, and he'd have beaten the Eagles in a divisional rivalry game. What Jerry Jones would come out and say is, well, remember they started hedging with his health? Well, if he's ready, when he's ready, eventually he might be ready, and of course he wants to leave the door open if Dak Prescott runs into a rookie wall, if he's suddenly playing very poorly, if the Dallas Cowboys go on a losing streak, you may want to make a switch at quarterback, especially since you have Super Bowl aspirations suddenly this season. So you want to leave the door open. So what do you come up with? The fact that Tony Romo is probably ready to go now. I mean, he's not quite ready yet, but he might be in case we need him down the road in a little while. That's one thing that's going on. And here's another thing. I don't think Jerry Jones is, as I said the other day, is really calling the shots. I think ultimately Stephen Jones is getting his way. And so Jerry can say whatever he wants. That's not necessarily correlated to what's going to happen in the end. He can go on a radio show and say, well, no, and I'm considering that, but that's not really how the decision is getting made anymore. Those two things.
Are you saying that, because if I remember correctly, if I'm misquoting you, please educate me, Max Kellerman.
Every day.
Did you not say that the Tony Romo era is over?
Yes.
Did you not say that under no circumstances, I mean, bottom line is this is Dak Prescott's team, and that's the way it's going to be because Stephen Jones is making the decision?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm clear, because here's my point. This falls right in line with what I'm saying. I keep trying to tell y'all wait. What did I tell you? What do I keep saying about the Dallas Cowboys? Forget the wins. Forget the wins and losses. Anything that falls short of the Super Bowl is absolutely fine with me. Just be patient, and they will not let me down. They are 6-1. They have not lost a game since the opener against the New York Giants. They have won every game in the last month and a half. They are 6-1. They are in first place in the NFC East. Their star young quarterback happens to be a rookie, an athletic stud who clearly is poised. He is not getting in the way. He is performing. They are winning. Ezekiel Elliott is winning. You got two rookies that are literally MVP candidates in this league. Okay? And still, Jerry Jones going to go on the air, and he's going to talk about how no decision is made yet or whatever. You know what that means, Max? That means Jerry Jones is pushing for his adopted son, Tony Romo, to be in the mix, to make sure that that man has an opportunity when ready to go to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, because obviously he doesn't want Dak to have the job just yet. He wants Tony Romo, his 36-year-old quarterback with various back injuries, back surgeries. He wants that guy in. You can say whatever you want, whether he starts or he doesn't. The fact of the matter is, up here, it's going to get in the way. And right at the right time, and I say the right time, it's the wrong time for you Dallas Cowboy fans, by the way. Right. It's the wrong time for me. It's the right time, because what's going to happen is the accident waiting to happen. That franchise allergic to prosperity. Not that I don't even know if they know what being prosperous is all about, because they haven't been that way in so long. They are going to get in their own way. It's all set up for me. Can't you see it, Molly? Can't you see it? It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Laying out nicely for me.
Laying out nicely for me. Right what I said.
When Dak and them beat Green Bay at Green Bay, and then when they came home and beat the Eagles the way they did, coming back with the overtime win and the poise that Dak showed, he bought himself 3 games, as I predicted all along. If they're 6-1, they'd have to go 0-3, and Dak would have to play poorly. I do not think that will happen. If it does, the right move would be to reinsert Romo. But what we've seen from Dak, what makes you think that's going to happen?
Okay.
That's 1, 2.
Okay.
Jerry Jones doesn't seem to get his way in these decisions.
I'm not
Even
listening
Jones
to you with the Dallas Cowboys anymore. You've lost your damn mind because you can't recognize the fact that the Dallas Cowboys get in their own way. You will not adopt that premise.
Are you saying that anything short of a Super Bowl is proof that they've gotten in their own way?
I'm saying to you right now, if you look at the Dallas Cowboys right now, a legitimate argument can be made that they should be the favorites to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. I'm saying to you, for me personally, whatever brings Dallas Cowboy fans the most pain is what I am a proponent.
Well, we can agree on that.
We got to leave it there.
To win championships, you have to constantly be moving towards something.
Let's just say Ray Lewis. They don't have a Ray Lewis on their team because really nobody does. But the truth is, if you're in that locker room, if that happened, how would you try to finesse your locker room? Because it's going to be split.
Yeah.
Because remember, Tony's got some close friends in that locker room.
You know how it's going to be split? Tell me. Because they're looking at Tony Romo, white quarterback. They're looking at Dak Prescott, black quarterback. I mean, what more? I just want to know. And Jerry, if Jerry could just sit down and tell me, what more could Dak do to convince you that he should be in the starting lineup for the rest of the season? He's already doing what Tony Romo can't do. Because here's the thing. T.O. had this very, very problem with Tony Romo and Jason Witten.
He did.
He said, you're calling play. I know, because I see y'all diagramming plays on the sidelines. Y'all are roommates. I know. I hear plays being called, but somehow my number isn't being called. I'm going to do everything I can to keep the guys in order. But at some point in time, my credibility is on the line. Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, winning and my credibility will trump winning, because I'm not going to do anything, because I want these guys to always believe what I'm telling them, and I'm telling them the absolute truth. Right. And they know, I believe, if I were to come to them now and say, you know what, guys, Jerry believes this is right, but they're going to say, Shannon, you don't even believe that. You be in the company. Which means you have to be, and now let me answer both your questions, which means as a leader, and we did this before, so this is not freaking new to us. Yeah. We did this. As a leader, you have to tell the truth. And the truth is, Dak Prescott must continue to play.
Tell Jerry Jones.
Absolutely. Listen, Jerry, you're not down here doing what we do. You don't understand what chemistry on the field means. Let me tell you something. Unless you've been in that locker room, this is what players and this is what owners and coaches do not understand. When you step across that white line, nothing that you said on the other side matters. No. The only thing that matters is what each man feels about the next man. And if you take that away from the Dallas Cowboys right now, I'm telling you, we can watch this drama play out, right? Or you can let this young lion who came across the Serengeti, and I see you didn't take care of your family well, so I'm going to come take over your pride. Correct. That's what Dak has done. Yep. And now Jerry Jones has to be okay with saying, now a new king is in town. That's the difference between Coach Belichick Jones and Jason Garrett because they took a Tom Brady, and Tom Brady in the 6-7 games he played wasn't close to what Dak Prescott
they were 5-5 when Bledsoe was healthy and ready to play.
And Bledsoe had taken them to a Super Bowl 5 years early. So he had a resume. But at the end of the day, resume only gets you so far. What are you doing right now? There's nothing. I don't. If Jared believes that if we had Romo in the starting lineup, we'd be 7-0. He's fooling himself. I believe this is the best possible, best case scenario is 6-1. Right. Play this. Let this young man stop saying a hot hand. Stop saying we got to ride it because you're shortchanging Dak because you're saying he's hot right now, but he could be cooled off and that would be my opportunity. Right. No, he's played well enough. I've seen enough. I'm not saying the guy's going to be a Hall of Famer, but I've seen enough for this year. He should remain the starter for the Dallas Cowboys.
I agree. I can tell you right now, I will bet you, if you pulled Jerry Jones and Jason Garrett aside, they would tell you that Tony Romo is the better thrower of the football than Dak Prescott. You know what I tell them? I don't care. This guy can win.
I don't need a thrower. I need a winner.
I
need somebody that can get me to the playoffs. Yeah. And over the last 18, 19 years, instead of getting there once and winning one first-round playoff game, I need somebody to take me to the second round. Jokes are not nearly as funny if they're about you or something you like. Oh, come on. Everybody would get same thing, make you laugh, make you cry. Now, with Marcus, hold on. I'm going to get to Draymond. I'm going to get to Dray now, but I want to take Klay Thompson. Oh, I guess his feelings got hurt. Something basketball. What you doing in here, little man? Come on now. You know what's out here.
You live with your mama. So you gonna raise my son now?
You gonna raise him?
What's wrong?
I'm good.
I'm saying good. You ain't it. You ain't gonna love me, but you gonna know that I love you.
Moonlight, rated R, now playing in select theaters. So Jamie Collins got traded this week, right? For a compensatory pick, potentially. Okay, that's it. And again, Jamie Collins, good player. Jamie Collins came out yesterday. Very interesting quote. He said, they asked him, would you watch college football or pro football? And Jamie Collins said, neither. I didn't grow up watching football. I still don't. Me and Chandler Jones, also shipped out of town by Bill Belichick, have talked about this since I first got here. I never watched football. I never thought I'd be here. I'd rather play video games. I don't really watch it. He's an outcome guy. He's not a process guy. So in the end, Chandler Jones, anybody that owns a business, what is the hardest thing to do as a business owner? Find somebody that shares your passion. You can find 1 million employees, but do they love sports? Christine Leahy loves sports. Christine Leahy, on her off days, goes to sports. The hardest part of my job isn't finding smart people. It's finding people that love it and have ownership. Any business owner. Jamie Collins, I'd rather watch video games. Chandler Jones, I'd rather watch video games. Belichick wants people who are not outcome people. He wants process people. Are you? Remember Phillip Rivers came on the show? Phillip Rivers came on this show. I asked him. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. And Phillip Rivers said, I enjoy practice more than the games. He's a process guy. A lot of people are outcome guys. Want to go to the parade, want to get the trophy, want to get the money, want to play the games. That's the outcome. They don't want the process. But Belichick was asked about Mike Lombardi because Mike Lombardi came on our show after Jamie Collins was released and detailed why they bailed on Jamie Collins. Okay? So Bill Belichick goes to the press conference yesterday and the Boston media asks him about our Mike Lombardi. Remember, Belichick says nothing about nobody. He doesn't say anything. Tom Brady had a birthday last 2 weeks. It's like, Tom Brady. He was like, yeah, he had a birthday? Oh, okay. Happy birthday. So here's Belichick talking about our Mike Lombardi, who came out and said, here's why Jamie Collins got cut. Wasn't good anymore. Didn't love the game. Here's Belichick.
Since Michael Lombardi worked here the last 2 years, a lot of people think Mike's one of the smartest people that I know. He's one of the smartest people I've worked with. And he was a huge asset to me for the 2 years that he was here. So, Mike's a smart guy, and he studies football, and he knows it very well. I would say on probably all teams. So, you talk to Mike.
That's as complimentary as Bill Belichick's ever been on a podium. That's why we hired Mike Lombardi. When he comes on my show on Fridays for that 20 minutes, my feedback from you is amazing. He breaks down games and has knowledge. I've never leaned on a guy more than Mike Lombardi off the air. Really cool stuff.
You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. Goes by the name of Common.
Yup.
Morning, sir.
Peace to the gods in the earth. What's up?
Peace, my brother. Got a new album coming out this week. Well, this Friday.
Yes, sir. Black America again.
Black America.
What exactly is Black America again? I know that's the title of your album, but it seems like it's some type of movement. It is. It's really a movement. It's like it's a call to action. I called it Black America again because of, all the injustices, the inequality, and the marginalizing of black people. We've been seeing that over and over since we've been in this country. That's how America treated us. But I'm also saying again because we're writing a new story, and it's up for us as black people and all people to support that new story, which is like just showing who we are as black people and showing the joy, the love, the creativity, which we always do. But I mean, it's just time for us to highlight that and just put that out there.
So what is the new story? About each other.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. The new story is about God first, activating that light within us, like just putting that light, like just letting us know that, man, that light is in us. Each and every one of us got it. And then also looking at each other with love, like, man, no matter where we coming from, we got to love each other. So for me, the new story is about that. And it's about just what we express as artists and just as people, like you got artists that we, as black people, we do jazz, we do blues, we do soul, we do hip hop, we do rock, we architects, we talented visual artists and directors. So for me, it's just about the black expression too.
I like what you said, to embrace God and then embrace what's inside you. Like I feel like how they always say white privilege. I feel like it's a privilege to be black too.
Man,
activate that black privilege.
Yeah, activate that black privilege and that black magnificence. To me, it's like, man, we blessed to be black. I be thanking God that we black, and that go for my brown people too. You know what I'm saying? It's just like just people of color. We got to celebrate who we are. That's what Black America again is celebrating who we are, and it's talking about from not only the protests and us overcoming, but like I said, the joy. The love is really just God music.
And you've been very active in getting people to sign up and register to vote and encouraging people to vote. And the election is next week.
Yeah.
Does anything make you nervous about this election?
I mean, the things that make, not nervous, but the things I'm just being aware of is like, look, it's obvious that Hillary Clinton is the best candidate to be president right now. It's just about, for me and us, just holding her accountable for the things that she says that she's going to do. Like, we should hold all politicians accountable, like local, state level, like we got to hold them all accountable. And that means like showing up. If she ain't doing something, we got to stand on that and let her know. Like, but I'm going to try to have faith in the fact that she's going to try to do some things because, obviously the mass incarceration was one thing that a lot of people were concerned with. And, she acknowledged that was a misstep, and it wasn't her particularly, but she supported and was talking that super predator stuff. Right. But hopefully she trying to clear that up. We all grow, right?
You think there's a chance that she might not win, though?
I mean, when you said scary, that's the scary part. The scariest thing is that it's people in America that really are supporting Donald Trump. Right. Like that many people.
A lot of people.
Like that.
Surprisingly.
That is like, that's the thing is like, but you know what? This had to be brought up to the surface, to be honest. We had to see who's who so we can get to the healing that we're talking about. Because even when we're talking about, like, black culture, it has to be all different nationalities respecting that, you know, and then as we respect their culture. So all these, you know, all these racist people rising up, we see who you are. We got to move you out, like however that need to be done. Like
I've been seeing you on the front lines too heavy. I seen you in we were in Southside Jamaica, Queens.
Yeah.
You brought the CEO of Starbucks, the Southside Jamaica, Queens.
You would look like you know the CEO of Starbucks.
How do you know?
You probably got a lifetime membership
of Starbucks.
Yeah, well that's, you know.
Talk about that initiative that you was out there.
Yeah, that's my guy, Howard Schultz.
That's my guy.
Yeah, so you know he reached out to me like when John and I was doing the whole Oscar campaign and stuff. He was like, man, I like what you're doing. So we just started building a real friendship, and it was like I saw that he was serious about wanting to do stuff in the community. So I would sit there.
Other than build Starbucks.
Other than build Starbucks, right? Exactly. He wanted, and even within that, he was trying to do some things like. But I was like, for me, I would be like, man, look, this is what we need. We need jobs out there. We need opportunities. We got to go in the community and do whatever things that I was aware of. I'm like, this is what we're trying to do. Like we went out, he and I, we set up this thing called 100,000 Job Initiative. So we started in Chicago, but it's all around the country. Yeah, I've been seeing youngins getting jobs, man. I was out in the hood in Chicago, in Inglewood. These two girls walked up to me like, man, Common, we coming from from our job we got when we went to your 100,000 job initiative. That touched me. I was like, this thing is being effective. So for me, it was about connecting with him on a level, like, because he's sincere and he's true about it, just speaking the truth to him.
How did you meet him? Like, where were you when you met the CEO?
No, he hit me and was like, let's have dinner. His person hit me and he was like, yo, Howard want to meet with you, and then I went and had dinner with him, and then from there.
You make it sound so easy. Like that's not the CEO of Starbucks.
I know, I ain't gonna front. I was kind of like that.
But let's keep it real. This is common.
Yeah,
and I'm sure the CEO of Starbucks is like, okay, that is the perfect person for him to try to team up with to do some of these initiatives.
You know, we control the culture of cool.
Right.
So regardless of how rich they are, what they do, they still want to be with the cool people.
Yeah, but my thing was like about having somebody that, you know, you could tell when companies just want to. Like, they just want to take advantage. And I didn't feel like it was coming from that place. That's why I was like, cool, I'm going to sit here and build with you and see what we really could do. He didn't have me out, you know, I'd have been out to his crib. Like, one of the reasons I was doing Black America again, like, at that Queen spot is because I was kicking that rhyme to him at his crib, like, in the Hamptons. I was like, check this out. And he was feeling it. So he was like, man, you got to do that at the Starbucks thing. I'm like, yeah.
What if somebody was a Donald Trump supporter, but they were a director for your dream role in a movie? Does that get in the way of you deciding to do something, work with somebody based on their politics or things you don't agree with, or is it strictly business?
No, I mean, it does get in the way because at this point for me, I want to be around energy that I want to be around, you know, and the type of people I want to be around. It's not just like, oh, I got this project or I'm getting this. It's about like, man, this is my life. I want to spend my life with people that I feel at least going to do their best to bring the best energy. And if you're a Trump supporter, I ain't just go judge you and say you just bogus, but I'm gonna try to figure out like what's on your mind. What's going on?
I was having conversations with some Trump supporters because you know people automatically assume that it's racists and bigots who support Trump, but it's some people who just don't like the government and just don't like politics, so they like the fact that he's a radical and he's not a politician. And they still like Hillary.
Yeah, that's part of it too. But my thing is, even with his radicalism or whatever, it's just not. It don't sound like it doesn't connect to being a leader. Like he's not really a true leader that can lead a country. So even if you like, man, I don't like politics. Don't just take this dude. This dude he ain't shown anything that shows he has the ability to be a president.
Yeah, bring the nation together.
To bring the nation together. Yeah. So that's my thing is like, man, I understand people like, I really don't understand, but people feeling like, well, you know, Obama was, you know, a lot of these people coming up with this racist stuff because they was fed up with Obama and just seeing a black man doing what he's doing and standing the way he stood up. But it's like, man, are you gonna just being a racist? Are you just gonna vote for somebody that's inadequate to be president? That don't make sense, you know. I just don't ride with it.
I was talking to my homegirl Simone. She used to work on Bernie Sanders' campaign. She was telling me that young black millennials are not interested in the voting process this year. Like it's the lowest it's ever been. You had to tell them something.
Man, my thing is like, at the end of the day, all the stuff that you protest for as young black millennials, all the things that you stand up and see the injustices going on, with young black people and brown people. If you don't vote, you contributing to that injustice. Like you saying, man, you know what? I don't care because I don't care about these actual candidates, so I'm not going to do anything. Well, if you allow anything to happen, you allow a president, and I ain't going to say a president, you allow somebody like Trump to get into a presidential space, and it's going to be worse than ever. So we gotta move things. Everything ain't going to move like immediately. Some things just take time to change, you know, and that's what I've always been like, okay, well, I ain't going to say always, but I understand now that it's going to take some time to change some of the things that we want to change.
And did you consciously say, let me put out Black America again right before the election?
Yeah, I wrote it like back in March, and I was rapping in different places and churches and different things, and you know, but I knew. Actually, I was talking with Ava DuVernay, who directed them.
13.
Yeah, the 13th was strong, man.
Right.
And she was like, man, it's powerful. You got this music coming election year. You should put it out around that time. And it just honestly kind of worked out. You know, I had to get everything together and get everything organized, and it did. It was strategic at that point to be like, look, this needs to come out around the election time.
Now, what's Love Star? Your hashtag Love Star. I see you using that a lot.
Yeah, I use that. I mean, the Love Star is a song I did on the album. It was me and Marsha Ambrosius and this girl, PJ. Very dope. And, you know, it's just another way of calling it. It's another term of affection to your girl or something. Like, that's my love star right there. So it's just a song.
Regina Hall?
Nah, man, Regina, that's just my people. That's just my buddy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You guys broke up already?
Nah, we never was in that space. You know, that's just like somebody I care about as a friend. We work together.
Right.
And you know, I'm right now I'm just single, so.
You saw it on the blogs, though.
I know, I saw it.
Y'all met at Barbershop 3.
And broke up on the blogs the next week.
I know, I seen
No,
it.
they didn't break up on the blogs yet, but he did say he's single, so maybe they just never.
Yeah, it was just like, you know, point blank, just friends. She funny. She's super cool,
She did
beautiful.
come up here and say she had a man, though.
Oh, yeah?
She was, yeah.
I mean, well, I don't know. Like, she probably does. She probably does. But, you know, that's my buddy, and I'm single, so, you know.
Jesus Christ. Did you have to let her know like that? On the
Goodness gracious.
It gets linked to everybody, boy. I remember you were linked to Laura Dern at one point, and then you were like, look, we just worked on something together. We went to dinner. You can't even go to dinner.
I mean, let me tell you, like, Laura Dern is actually an actress that I worked with in the movie. And she and I was in the same acting class, too. So, and I've known her for a while. So, friends, you know, look, at certain points when you're working with people, you're going to go out, you hang out with them. You know, it don't necessarily mean you with them.
Charlamagne, French Montana, Common, which one you rather be? Because, you know, we talk about French Montana, Common being linked to all these beautiful women. Which one?
Nah, Charlamagne, I got a nice group of women that I.
Oh, yeah, you got a great state.
I got a credit.
Yeah. I think I'd rather be Common because Common more discreet with it. Yeah. You don't have the reputation as a hoe.
Yeah. Man, that's a good.
That's a good answer. Gluten-free hoe. Vegan hoe. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He said sweet things like Love Star. And
Look, this is the thing you would have to. This is the thing you could ask any of my exes. We still cool. It's still love. You know what I'm saying? I talk to them, and it's always love. Whether it's Serena, Erica, Taraji.
See, that's the thing. You got more classics than French. French only got one classic on this belt. That's a knot. You just named 3 classics. Like 3 classics that men have sat around and been like, whoa. Yeah. Those are the ones.
But do you text after you see Serena dance with Beyonce? Do you just text and be like, hey, big head?
No, I tell her she looked good. I was like, yo, you snapped in that.
I gotta look up this Rihanna quote for Common, though, that she said.
Rihanna said something about Common, too?
No.
Oh.
But I think it might be relevant. You guys keep on talking.
And
I love that you got on Solange's Cranes in the Sky, by the way.
Yeah.
That song is a beautiful song, inspiring.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
I love that song, so I just did an unofficial remix to it, like, because I was just inspired, man. I think she did some really great music, and when I heard that song, I was like, man, this sounds like something I just started rhyming on it, and I was like, man, I'm just gonna lay a verse.
Oh, are you shocked that all this black consciousness is just rising at one time?
I mean, I'm actually like happy and inspired by it because it's just showing that we do care. We speak up for ourselves, and like we are aware. You know, a lot of times we've been stereotyped as like, man, hip hop don't really hip hop is this, and at certain times it becomes imbalanced. Yeah, but as you see, no matter who it is, people speak up. I just did for Black America again. I just did a remix with Pusha T, Gucci Mane, and BJ the Chicago Kid, and I felt it was like, man, Black America is coming from everywhere. It ain't just coming from just the people that we label as conscious. It's like coming from Gucci. It's coming from Chance. It's coming from all these cats. Like, we care. Mm-hmm. So I love that the Black consciousness is aware and out there right now.
Are you happy rappers are rapping again? Like, you starting to see the lyrical content back in the music?
Dude, that's what got me. That's what got me geeked to get in and like just do some music. Like, I'm like, man, you got people out there like Kendrick and I love Chance and Ye still be doing his thing. It's like, man, I'll be like, man, people out there rhyming. And Drake 3000 to give you a verse that you like, damn, I gotta, step up. And that's the stuff that always inspired me. Plus, I be going to stuff like Ta-Nehisi Coates' book. It's called Between the World. Yeah, that Hamilton, and seeing different things that just inspire me as an artist to be like, I could be higher, I could be a better writer. I want my rhymes to be around like when we look back at James Baldwin or, Langston Hughes or some of the speeches by Malcolm X. I'm like, I want my rhymes to be there.
You're producing a show about 90s rappers going through a midlife crisis. Have you ever went through that?
Oh, man, yeah, for sure. I've been through some times where I'm like, man, where do I fit in? Because
there was one time when it was the Koofy time when I was confused at that time.
Man, but for me, I was just
circus.
Yeah, you always reference that.
Always bring that
Always look. But you know what I can say about that? If that's the one that Charlamagne bring up, then I'm good, cause I got a stack of work. I got so and every piece is not gonna always get to people, but my thing is like, as a person, you gotta evolve the way you evolve. Like, you gotta grow into the things. And sometimes you go look back. I can look back and laugh at some of the pictures that the way I was dressing and stuff. But it's still it's still like, man, this is who I was. I still embrace it. I still stand behind Electric Circus like I do B, or like I will with Black America again, because that's who I was at that time.
I always say it's easier for guys like you to evolve in hip hop though, because you never claim to be the street rappers. The street rappers are the ones you see going through the midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Because they still got the hoodies on at 45, still ice grilling, still mean mugging. Like, you're an adult. You've been carrying yourself like an adult.
Yeah, I think that, man, that's, like, sometimes you can get stuck in the thing, like, when you, like, first come out and you say, this is who I am. And if you don't show that true evolution, you start saying, all right, I'm going to make this music because people already like me doing that, instead of just going where you go with it. The artists that I've seen evolved, they evolved, like, as human beings, like, and then you see that coming out through their music. So me, I was always like, okay, well, now I'm talking about God and Islam and this, I'm gonna talk about it. Mm-hmm. Now I'm talking about love. I'm gonna talk about it, no matter how ridiculed I get or what people think of it. I just felt like I need to stand in my presence and stand in who I'm in my truth. And that's just basically, to me, that can help build a career. You gotta have talent, you gotta have faith and all the other things that align with it. But if you stand in where you truly are, I think you can evolve and grow and be that artist that has a career.
We were just talking about Jay-Z's evolution for Halloween because we saw him dressed as a Ken doll.
Yeah.
And
people clowning him like, yo, he's a 46-year-old man with his white hair.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, like, when you grow up and be an adult, you do the things that you want to do, like, and you got kids, you got a family, you're not living for the millions of fans that just say, man, you should do this. Not in your personal life. You make art and music for the fans, but, man, how you treat your family and the way you conduct yourself with your family is your business. If it get out there, it's cool. That's why, for me, like, when it comes to, like, social media, I'm not doing social media. I do social media, like, to talk about things that I'm doing in music and in art. My personal life ain't gonna really be all over social media because I'm not trying to put my personal life for people to judge or to like it or whatever. This is me. This is how I live. I don't need your approval, for what I do with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So I love what Jay-Z doing. He's just being a grown man.
So you didn't dress up for Halloween?
Man, I wanted to. I missed it because I was just coming back. I was filming this movie, John Wick 2. So it was like, I came back. I was kind of like, man, we was in like some real fight scenes, so I was a little tired. I got a costume. I mean, my team had got me a costume, Lauren and on, but
What
then
they got you? A celery stick or something?
what did y'all give me? It was a little
dog.
It was a
Like a
little.
Snapchat filter?
Yeah, it was a little.
I was just looking at
That's
dog
why I did.
yesterday.
Come on.
What kind of dog
I
would
would
you
have got. It was some little puppy dog. I couldn't rock that. I couldn't rock
It
that.
was a Snapchat filter. You didn't see the Snapchat filter? Like,
No,
nah, they can't do you.
no. That's why.
Now, you spent a lot of time in the White House doing a lot of positive things, and the black community, a lot of the black community, are not too happy with Barack Obama. They feel like he really didn't hold down his community. What are your thoughts on Barack Obama and how he did it?
Man, I feel that the president came in with the intention to do a lot of great things for the community, for black people, and I feel like he hit a lot of walls dealing with the politics that's there within Congress and all. I don't think he even knew that it was going to be that much resistance because people, was like
Everything you want to do,
Barack.
we're going to shut it down.
Yeah.
The Republicans
shut it.
Anything passed.
Yeah, so I think he was there. I think he might at some point might have got tired. Some points he had to probably deal with politics the way it goes. But I always felt his intention and his heart was to help black people, and he's still doing it. He had a meeting. We had a meeting for My Brother's Keeper, which is his initiative that's helping out young black people. It was me, Rick Ross, A$AP Rocky, Alicia Keys, Chance the Rapper, Nicki Minaj, all sitting in the White House talking about like prison reform, talking about like Cass was like talking real stuff in there. He sat with us for like 4 hours.
He said with no Secret Service, no nothing. And Rick Ross, ankle bracelet kept going on.
Yeah, it did go off. It went up. The president was like, he's like, what's that? And Rick Ross just came out like, that's my bracelet, like. And then the president was like, man, you really keeping it real, huh? But he was like, man, I need to know because, you never know what's going on. When you hear these things, it was just people know it. It's like, so,
Okay.
I was just saying, so it's you could tell he's in tune and really does care. So I think his presidency, if you look at him, at what he's done just symbolically too, man, he changed the world, man. He can't feel like he can be president. At least they know that they can be president. Like, so I think, that in itself is already a change in the world. That's what I feel like his presidency is too. I think what my thought is me. All she sees is Barack. Now she sees Hillary. She don't even know that standard of a whole white man. So that's what I love. I mean, I feel like, man, it'd be great to see a woman rule, and be the head of the state. Like, I think things would be better, and we need that energy in here. We do want our daughters to see that. That's what the show called 93 President. Yeah, like that's the right type. Why is alongside it? Started basing the show on something like a lot of 90s hip hop, like the artists, the people, the artists, audio rapper, and the guy, the white guy, Bishop Leeds, they grew up in the 90s hip hop. So it's kind of like symbolic to like how 90s hip hop is still like music, like because part of it just like he was saying how he goes to weddings, and now like scenario is the old school. You get something that everybody dances and that's why it's 93 too.
That's a shot of ginger you got, man?
Yeah, I got it.
THC or something?
No, I got